everyone, I'm Gina, a GIA Gemologist with Legacy Jewelry Appraisers and Buyers. Today I'm going to talk to you about jade. You've heard the word Jadeite and you've heard the word nephrite. Both are jade. Jade, the identification for jade is the same, whether it's nephrite or whether it's jadeite. It runs about the 1.66 to 1.68 on the refractive index, and that's the mineral compound of the makeup of jade. Now, the difference between jadeite and nephrite is what I'd like to talk to you about. Jadeite is considered the most sought after, most expensive of all the jades, and it's because of two different things. One is the color and one is the transparency. The more emerald green, the more green, deep green that the color of the jadeite is, the more expensive it's going to be. And as well as the transparency. So today I want to show you some differences between nephrite and jadeite in the colors. Nephrite is going to be more of the lighter colors. It's going to be more of the whites, the yellows, the oranges, and the pinks. These are all going to be colors that are going to stray away from the emerald, true, deep, hunter green transparency of jadeite. Now, nephrite is also, you'll see it marbled, and you'll see the different specks of color that are consistent with nephrite. Here we have a little statue, and you can see that there's some transparency where you can almost see through the jade. Instead of it being very dense like this marbled orange color nephrite jade. When you have the transparency, that's going to value the jade higher. When you don't have the transparency, it's going to be a lower grade. When you have the deeper color of green, the more deeper the color and consistent within the gemstone, the more valuable the stone is going to be. Here we have nephrite, and it has the black speckles that you'll see. This is an iron deposit that is consistent in the jade, and you'll see that it's consistently placed within this figurine. It makes it interesting. People look for interest in the figurines that they could enjoy. In this case, it's a branch, so you'll see the black speckling is very interesting. When this was found in the earth, they chose to make this into a collectible item as a figurine because the color would not be treasured as a piece of jewelry would be. When you look at something along this line of this beautiful pendant, you'll see that the jade has coloration in it. You'll see the deep dark color, which would be very consistent with a treasure that people would want when they're looking for a jade. If the color was all dark green, it would even be more of value than this one that has a more marbled approach to it. Here I want to show you this boulder. This is a rock. When it was earthed, it was very deep, very dense in color. It did not have a lot of transparency. So therefore, this would be considered more of a commercial grade gem where they would use it on this beautiful piece that you see here. A little later we'll talk about lapis lazuli, but I thought this was interesting because it's a figurine made, and it's all speckled and marbled as well. The color is not consistent, and you'll see that this would also be considered more of a commercial grade. I want to talk to you a moment about how to care for your jade. Jade, when you're going through your estate and you're looking for it and you're not really sure if it's actually real or if it's plastic, take the jade and put it up next to your cheek, and you'll feel that it's cold. A cold gemstone is a natural gemstone. If you do the same with plastic, you'll feel that plastic feels like plastic, like a cup. A true gemstone will be cold. And this is what you'll be a good sign for you to start with when you're looking at your estate. How do you care for your jade? Well, what I like to do is just soap and water and use a toothbrush, use a little palm olive, and just rinse it in cold water, use a brush and clean it, because they do get dirty like everything else. They will not scratch. It's a very hard gemstone. A 1.68 to 1.66 is a hard gemstone. So they will not scratch, where plastic will, and of course glass will. How do you know if the color is been treated or not? I'd like to talk to you about treated jade. There's two ways that jade can be treated. One way is them coating the gem with a painted application. The painted application would therefore go into some of the grooves, and it will drip down into the crevices of the jade. You can usually see with the naked eye or with a microscope that it actually has a coating over it. You can also tilt it over to the side, and you'll start to see where it's almost like a painted coat over it. And that's how you can tell if something's been poorly color enhanced. The most difficult way is when a beautiful gemstone that you see the marvelous color is done, and it's done with heat. And even the experts have a very difficult time telling if the gem is actually been color enhanced, and that if the color is actually authentic. Remember, jade is very, very expensive if it's your true jadeite and it's the true emerald green color. So what we want to make sure is that the color is authentic and it's natural. Usually these pieces that are very difficult to tell because they have been done with a heat process, they will have to go to GIA Institute of America and be tested with their very fine equipment. And that would be the only way that to be really certain that the jade has not been treated. Remember, jade is very heavily sought after in the world. If you find jade in your home and in your family's home and in your grandparents' home, we really do want you to take these to a professional to have them looked at, because they could be a very, very valuable to the collectors, and there are collectors in the world. So I hope you enjoyed today's little talk about jade, about the types of it, the identification, and the care. And we hope we join you. We hope to see you join us again. And happy hunting in your homes. So have a great treasure hunt, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, and God bless.